A News and News special report at Disclosure Eyes.
Unity for all, constitutional restoration, the dawn of a new age. Josiah Haltom, March 26, 2025. Analysis. Positioning the 47th Trump administration as a dawn of a new age through Article 5 and structural peace. Political expert perspective. 1. Article 5 as a catalyst for structural change. Article 5 of the U.S. Constitution provides a pathway to amend the foundational legal framework of the nation. For a hypothetical 47th Trump administration to leverage this as a tool for new age leadership, it would need to frame constitutional amendments as a mechanism to dismantle structural violence, systemic inequities embedded in institutions, e.g., economic disparity, racial injustice, lack of healthcare access. Proposed amendments could enshrine rights to universal health care, education, or housing, directly targeting systemic gaps. However, this conflicts with traditional conservative priorities, necessitating a strategic rebranding of such efforts as patriotic renewal or national unity to galvanize bipartisan support. 2. Reimagining warrior unconsciousness. The phrase warrior unconsciousness likely alludes to a societal mindset normalized around conflict, militarism, partisan division, zero-sum geopolitics. To win this unconsciousness, the administration could symbolically repurpose Article 5 to signal a shift toward peace-building governance. Examples include proposing an amendment to restrict unilateral military interventions without congressional oversight, redirecting defense budgets toward domestic infrastructure, framed as peace through strength of home, using constitutional rhetoric to redefine national security as human security, e.g., a nation at peace with itself need not fear external enemies. 3. Structural violence and global leadership. Positioning the U.S. as the first nation to act against structural violence globally would require leveraging soft power. Amendments addressing domestic inequality could serve as a model for international diplomacy, framing U.S. leadership as a champion of inclusive governance. For instance, tying foreign aid to anti-corruption reforms or advocating for UN resolutions targeting economic exploitation. This aligns with Trumpian America First themes, but reframes them as peace through sovereignty rather than isolationism. 4. Political feasibility and challenges. Polarization. Amending the Constitution requires supermajorities, a steep hurdle in today's divided climate. The administration would need to cultivate an unlikely coalition of progressive reformers and populist conservatives, e.g., framing healthcare as a right of the American worker. Narrative control. Success hinges on redefining peace, not as idealism, but as pragmatic nationalism, e.g., ending wars abroad to rebuild prosperity at home. Global perception. Allies and adversaries may view Article V-driven reforms skeptically unless paired with tangible diplomacy, e.g., reviving nuclear arms treaties or debt relief for developing nations. 5. Symbolism of Article 5. Even initiating the amendment process could generate momentum. A rumor of peace might emerge from the spectacle of bipartisan dialogue, however performative. For example, convening a symbolic peace convention of state legislatures to discuss amendments, echoing historical constitutional crises turned breakthroughs. Conclusion. For a 47th Trump administration to act as a dawn of a new age, it must weaponize constitutional symbolism through Article 5 to redefine structural violence as the ultimate adversary. This requires marrying populist rhetoric with transformative legal agendas, positioning peace as a revolutionary act of American exceptionalism. While politically fraught, the strategy could reshape domestic priorities and global perceptions if the administration prioritizes legacy over short-term polarization. Key quote: Article 5 is not merely a procedural tool, but a psychological weapon. To amend the Constitution is to amend the nation's soul. Political Strategy Brief, 2024.